Hey YouTube, it's Dimitri, and today we're going to measure the rear flange here on this 1966 Ford Fairlane 500 XL. Don't know if any of this even matters, but when you order brakes, we're doing a conversion kit. We're going to go from drum to disc. I believe this whole setup that is on here currently, the drums, is the stock kit from 1966. But to convert these into a disc format, you're going to need to know whether it is a different type of flange or not. There's a few different varieties. And looking at Wilwood's website, which I'll put a diagram from their website on here so you can see, there's a 7.25 Mustang rear axle flange, a big Ford one, a big Ford new style, and a small Ford here. So I'm going to just show you guys how to actually do these measurements. You'll notice from this diagram, there is basically three shapes. There's kind of a circle with a flat top, and there's two in that kind of design here, the big Ford and the small Ford. And then for some reason, the new Ford, the big Ford new style, and the 7.25 Mustang have different shapes from those. But let's just take this off here real quick and we can look at this and I'll show you how to measure it. So first we're going to need a tire iron to take off the tire. We're going to need a jack, which I have here to jack it up. And of course, a stationary stand here to make sure it's locked in place and safe. And then really the only tool you're going to need is going to be like a little dial caliper. You'll see the measurements needed are far enough apart that you don't have to be super exact, but you'll be able to easily figure this out just by using a tool like this. So let's loosen this up, jack up the car, take off the tire all the way, of course put the stand underneath before all that, and then we'll kind of show you the measurements. Okay, so if we crawl under here, we're going to use a little dial here, and we're going to try to measure from center to center, give or take. It looks like we're right around 2. So if you look on here, it moves a little bit out. There's a 2 right there. We're right at about 2. That's the small Ford. Again, it's got the round bottom, the flat top. The next measurement, I think on the big Ford is like 2.3, which should be right about here. And if you look, I know it's kind of hard to see. The dial caliper in the middle and the bottom then ends up putting it like way above on the top of the bolt. So it's definitely not the big Ford. And if you measure the top like you're supposed to, again, it's hard to figure out exactly where to measure. And you're right about here, which is about, I don't know, about like 3.4. And so on the diagram here, the small Ford is going to be 2.0 for the bolt distance here, and then the top, as we just saw, is about 3.3, 3.4. This is definitely the small Ford. Again, the shape with the round bottom and the flat top is what really narrows it down, and then just taking one of those two measurements is really going to show you which rear flange you have.